Falling back just a bit in that inside line, the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Look at the hands on AJ Allmendinger. Up in the air goes the 42 of Kyle Larson. Caution comes out. And another contact. Matt Kenseth hits. The one of Jamie McMurray flying down pit road. Kyle Larson up in the air, right in front of the grandstands. See him removing the steering wheel. A lot of damage to Kurt Busch's 41.
We're done.
Big disappointment. Daytona 500 winner, hoping to come back and defend.
Take a look. This is what happened to the 42.
Wow. How did he get back on the ground without flipping?
See right here, he gets down low. The 17 of Ricky Stenhouse tries to fill the upper lane. The 42 tries to block. And as you said, the 42 was destined to go airborne. The roof flaps deployed, setting the 42 back on the ground. And as that happened, the 41 of Kurt Busch crossed the tri-oval, took a hard hit. This is another great action shot right here. Watch this 42. Hits the wall, then gets pushed into the air by the 17. You see the roof flap open. The car sets back on the ground.
The 21 of Blaney, he's in the brakes, just nothing you can do. Remember, Matt Kenseth, Casey Kane had got shuffled back. They got behind this wreck. Matt Kenseth did not get through it. Casey Kane did.
The 41 of Kurt Busch also came back across the racetrack. He hit it very hard into the safer barrier.
If you've ever been on a multi-ton airliner and taken off, those planes take off at 170 miles an hour. We're riding along at over 190 with the 42.
His hands off the wheel for 90% of that. Took his hands off the wheel, hoping not to injure his hands or his wrist. What a sickening feeling. Looking out the windshield, a car in the air in front of you, not knowing what's going to happen.
That was Ryan Blaney's vantage point. Once again, the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had filled that hole, and a big hit by the 41 of Kurt Busch. The red flag has been displayed.
Those are the angles that just tremendous impact. The 41 down at the bottom of the racetrack gets caught in the quarter panel, it looked like. So you see him down there on the bottom. The action starts happening on the outside. Then the 41 gets clipped, turns right, up the wall.
Sure, one car came up, the other car came down. It's hard for me to see when it first starts. We always want to point fingers. Right here, they got together, but
I mean, it's simple to me that I think Ricky Stenhouse has committed to the top. I think Kyle Larson was a lane down. He either did not know or thought he could protect against the 17. If I use the wall as a reference, the 17 is running straight. It's the 42 moving to the right, gets onto his bumper. But that's what you do. It's 6 to go at Daytona. You have to protect. You have to be aggressive. If the 42 can squeeze the 17 and perhaps get him to crack out of the throttle, he'll have a run down the front straightaway.
I think it's important to note, though, when these cars are that close, inches apart from side to side, these cars don't track straight. When you get beside another car, it can push your car away. Sometimes it can pull it to it. So sometimes you have no wheel input whatsoever and you get into the guy in front of you. I just think that's close racing late in the race. I agree with you. Stenhouse never moves. He's perfectly straight here. Nevertheless, big impacts.
And once again, not a mid-pack accident. This is up towards the front. These are cars racing for the lead.
Up in the air. It's not the first time for Kyle Larson at Daytona where he has been up in the air in a car. If we go back to 2013 in the Xfinity Series, Kyle Larson up into the fence. That's actually the engine that had come out of that car. They got caught up in the catch fence. The front end of the car completely torn off.